here again with the third and final part in our Leadership Insight, focusing on conversations that produce results. And I'm talking about breakthrough results, not just the completion of a goal. Last week we talked about the first two of these 5 important conversations. That was the conversation that creates and sustains relationship, and the conversation that creates possibility. So this week let's talk about the other 3. Conversation that creates opportunity, conversation that creates action, and conversation that creates completion or closure. And keep in mind, as I said in the first part of this series, these 5 conversations should be going on all the time in a team that are really delivering real success. So first of all, conversation for opportunity. Here we are listening for feasibility. So we're moving from possibility to something that's now actually feasible. Once you've committed to a possibility as a team, you've established those measurable results that you're going after, you have to make sure that that possibility is now actually feasible. And it's often really effective to start at the end, in the future, right, in that time scale that you've defined, and then looking back from that future as if it's already happened. Then step back towards the present, kind of like running a movie backwards, and ask, what happened? What did we do just before this point that created the results? What did we do just before this point that got us to where we are? What allowed that to happen? And then again, ask what happened just before that, and what happened just before that. It's like creating a likely story of how you created that success. This is actually known as the Merlin process, but that's a subject for another day. So the tip here is, if the possibility is clear, but nothing is happening, it may be that this pathway to that desired future either isn't real for people or isn't feasible. So then maybe you need to go back and have that conversation for possibility again. Redoing that conversation for opportunity can then help recreate a more likely pathway that's more feasible. So next, conversation for action. What we need to be listening for here are requests and promises and invitations, offers, proposals, very action-oriented conversations. And if this conversation is happening as it should, you will see that we're moving to feasibility. We're moving from feasibility to action, right? It's important that you assign the resources that you need. You get the people doing the right things on the right pathway that you've all created. So, who's doing what by when? Who do you need to include in this possible future? What requests do you have of who? What offers do you have to make? What invitations do you see from people to go after solving issues? Put this information in your calendars. Manage the actions. Really try to put some system around it, and it'll take that conversation to somewhere that's really action oriented. The tip here again is, if the project is not moving forward, check to see if people are making those promises, making those commitments, making requests of other people on the team. Have your attention on assuring that the conversation, yours and theirs, are really, making those requests, making those actions. Make a request yourself, make a promise, to do something or to provide something. Extend the invitation, right, to move something forward. And in each case, be very specific about what you need, what you promise, what you expect others to promise. And then the final and third of these 5 conversations is conversation for completion. So here you're listening for appreciation and acknowledgement, and the results establishes that new outcome is now real, right? And it's important as well that you recognize people's contributions. So this conversation is really around about the people as well as about the achievement. It's important to spend time looking at the results of the individuals as well as the team on a regular basis. This applies to the results that were consistent with what you intended to do, but also you may have unexpected results, right? Why did you achieve unexpected results? That's an important question too. So ask some other questions. What results did we produce? Was it a breakthrough? What did it take to produce those results? And then use this, right? And really importantly, acknowledge and appreciate the people who produced that breakthrough. The answers to these questions, when you give that as an accomplishment, it's really, really powerful. Accomplishment and registering that somebody had a part to play, had a contribution. They're amongst the most powerful motivators for people. So knowing and hearing that there was a job well done and you were part of that and you could see what your contribution was and that it's shared with the rest of the team, super, super powerful. And in the end, it deepens the trust and the relationship, right? And you see it, we come back in a circle back to that first conversation about relationship. So that's it for now, team. Remember, please hit subscribe, hit like if you like, share with anyone you might think would enjoy these leadership insights. And as always, I'd love to hear from you if you have any feedback. Okay, thanks for now.